Welcome back. We made it to the 10th episode of Daily Book Dose. And we're getting better. We're not there yet. There's still a lot to improve on. If you make it and listen to this episode, there are things that we've really changed or improved from the very beginning. First of all is just focusing on one thing per chapter. The other thing is the voice quality is going to be a lot better. Already is a lot better. But we really are sort of proud that we made it to 10 days in a row. This is one of the fear factors that was stopping me starting. That am I going to follow up on it on a daily basis? And I am. So I'm pretty proud of myself already for that. The first book that we did was Family in the Nation. The second book that we're doing right now, that we started and we're doing right now, is 13 Things Mentally Strong People Don't Do. Yesterday was the first chapter. It was very fast. It wasn't ideally how chapters are supposed to be or how these potent messages are supposed to be. It was sort of shallow and not very potent at all. And over a period of time, it's going to get better. If you are listening to this, all I can do is, thank you for it and say that don't give up on us. Just keep in mind that we're doing this, and one day we'll get better. Today's chapter is about not giving away the power. So look, we all have this innate power, and that power within us is the power of action, and the power of deciding, and the power of following up, but most importantly, the power of ourselves, of independent thought. And when we are not mentally strong, we give this power away to those around us, that they start making decisions for us, that they start influencing us, that they start pushing us in the direction that they want us to go, which is not always in our self-interest, but many times can be in their self-interest. So we need to consciously make that choice that, what I am doing now is what I am choosing to do. It is not because I'm made to do it. So that power of choice is, after all, the most important power that we have. That power of deciding, the power of choosing, and the power of going in our chosen direction. Now, how do we do this? So we need to behave in such a way that we are proactive in our thoughts and our decision making as well. And we need to be able to take a step back and think about things as they actually are, or not just as they perceive to be as well. But most importantly is that we need to keep physical and mental boundaries between us and others, so that we see ourselves as an independent person, as an independent identity, and not someone that is always dependent or, falling up on what other people want us to do. So that is sort of how we can ensure that we have this power. But then where are the pitfalls where, this power sort of goes away very fast? The first is that sort of thought process that, I'm doing this because I have to do this, not because I want to do this. So whenever we start thinking that, I have to do this for this and this and this reason, and it's no longer that I want to do it, it's our power is, slowly diminishing away. But where power really becomes a black hole, the black hole that really sucks away the power that we have, is really our mental anger and our mental thought process of having anger and resentment. Because power generates positive energy, but when we start losing that power, it creates a negative energy, which is made from the vacuum in our mind, right? So whenever, I've got kids, and when I get angry at my kids, right, I've got this tremendous anger that's built up, it becomes frustration. And to get over that frustration, I start, yelling or shouting. And once that happens, my power is just gone away, evaporated with the voice. And then to get back at that same wavelength where I'm making proactive, proper decisions, it takes tremendous amount of time as well. So anger, frustration, and letting that steam out. So along with that steam goes away that power and energy as well. Right? So if I really want to keep that power within me, whenever I get to that stage of, real anger, real frustration, if I internalize it and get over it, I've just become that much more powerful for that period of time. So getting over that speed bump of anger, resentment, frustration, and passing through it without letting it just steam and vent off, it tremendously builds that power within us as well, right? And in the same way, when something wrong happens to us, in the workplace or in society, and we feel that resentment or anger or that feeling of being cheated, if we just internalize it, we should know it happened, right? I'm not saying, just ignore it, right? Know that it's happened. But once we know that it has happened, getting over it and moving forward without it, really putting us down and putting us away and making us lost, right? Without doing those things, just, knowing it and moving on just makes us, I feel, that much more powerful. So power is how we act proactively to the situations around us to make them better. But on the flip side also, how we choose not to react to those things that put us down or are negative to us. Not ignore them, understand them, but not react to them in a way that, drains our energy. But, sort of like a dam, right? Where a dam is that much more powerful by, the amount of energy that is stored behind it, right? So, even the amount of negative energy also that has just gone behind us without making us react in a different way and letting that really come out in a slow flow without destroying us over a period of time. I think that's what really builds up our power. And then once we have that power built up, we can, funnel it and channelize it in a way that's positive, right? But what really just cracks and seeps all our power and energy out is reacting really negatively to things that frustrate us or make us angry. So, second chapter of 13 things that mentally strong people don't do. Thanks for joining us today, and tomorrow's going to be even better. Stay tuned.